Hey gents, Charlie Kime, class of 1989. I was in Brent House from 1984 through 1989, back when we had grade 13. I had two different housemasters, Michael Hargraft and Dr. Dubroy. One of my classmates was Campbell Hall, who you may know now as Mr. Hall. Anyway, Campbell had asked us to send around some stories that might be interesting for you guys. I think actually one of the stories is fairly amusing is last May we were at TCS for our 30th reunion. It seemed unbelievable at the time that we'd been gone from the school for 30 years, but I had my kids with me, and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to show them my old room in Brent House? So Mike Bugner, who was my roommate, just so happens his son is in Brent House today. You may know him, Scotty. So Scotty very kindly offered to tour my kids around the school. And when we were in Brent House, I said, hey, can we go see our old room, Mike and Scotty? And Scotty said, actually, it's a bathroom now. It was up on the third floor. So anyway, the point of my story is in the next 30 years, lots of things are going to change. And you'll have your careers and your families, and you'll be great members of your communities, I'm sure. But the one thing that you'll be able to look back on is the great friendships and the relationships you've built at TCS over the years. It's a real pleasure for me to be able to spend time with my old TCS buddies and some of my Brent House roommates and friends. So that's my message to you. Hope you're all well. Good luck. I know it's probably tough working remotely, but you guys are adaptable, and these are probably good skills for you to have anyway as you enter the workforce or need to collaborate remotely with friends and colleagues and workers through university and the world beyond. Best of luck to you. Go Bears.
Hey Brent grads of 2020, it's John Morrison here, class of 2004. I know it's been a weird year, might feel like you're a little bit robbed of your graduating year, but I just want you guys to know that when this is all over, the guys that you've spent the years with, they're going to be the ones you call up when you propose to your will-be partner. You know, the ones you're going to be calling when you're having your first baby. So I want you guys to stay strong, stay positive, and stay classy, Brent. You guys are the future.
Hi, this is JM checking in from the UK. Campbell's asked us to sort of send through some short videos to talk a little bit about what Brent House meant to us. The short answer for me is that it definitely meant everything to me while I was there. I was unofficially anyway, the shortest serving head of house in Brent's history in the year 2004, one of 3 head of houses who featured that year. Big surprise that after 2004, Campbell strangely left TCS. Although I'm not sure those things are related. There were clearly some ups and downs, but I'll always remember Brent House as a place where I found not only 60 brothers, but also found out the men that I wanted to become. For better or worse, a lot of that had to do with how great Campbell was, and I do miss him dearly. My fondest memory of Brent House is probably from my final year on Campbell's birthday. I think Campbell can probably tell that story better, but let's just say it took about 20 of us to hold him down. So Jay, I'm checking in from the UK, wishing everybody well, stay safe, stay well, and you're lucky for what you've got in Brent House, and there's no house I would rather be in. Brentleman, always, forever, once a Brent House boy, always a Brent House boy.
Hey, Brent House. My name is Garth Nichols, class of 94, and we were asked by Campbell to send you a little message. So I'll start by saying how I first met Campbell. He was my assistant housemaster in Brent House way back in the day, and that grew to me coming back to the school and actually being his assistant housemaster in Brent House. And we've known each other for a long time. He's one of my very close good friends. Ryan?
Thanks, Garth. Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Rodriguez, also class of 94. And I met Campbell when he was a student at TCS. He was actually head of house in Burns House when the school was all boys. So I started as a junior in the house. So we've got a lot of years of history. I know it's going to be a short little video we share with you today, so I won't get into all the details, but it's great to see Campbell and keep in touch. And I'll pass it over to Sean to talk about how he knows Campbell.
Thanks, Ryan. That's not like you to go on and on. I first met Campbell also in Brent House. I lived on the third floor. The Brent House assistant housemaster was on the third floor, and he used to beat us regularly. So the only way that we could get away from him is we would just run up and down the stairs, and he'd get winded very quickly.
One of my favorite memories of Brent House was in '94 against a very nerdy Bickle House, winning the house debate trophy against a very nerdy Bickle House to secure the winning of the House Cup, the Langmuir Cup. Ryan?
Yeah, Garth, I remember, the house sports we used to play. Really, Brent was a dominant force. And what I forgot to say earlier is when the school became co-ed, those of us that were at Burns House got to choose our house. And for me, Brent was a clear favorite. I was lucky to be accepted into the house. A lot of fond memories of the house. And I know you want to talk about the Langmuir Cup, Garth. I'm going to let Sean talk about how we closed that out that year.
Yes, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for bringing truth to this announcement. Garth and I actually started in Brent House in '89 on the first floor between the bathrooms and the POC's desk. One of my fondest memories for years, Brent House opted out of the house play. We weren't the thespians that I'm sure you are now. But in our last year in 1994, we were dangerously close to winning the Langmuir Cup. But no one really cared about the house play competition, and no one was going to put in the time to memorize any lines or anything. So over about 3 days, a few of us with 2 cassette tape decks back to back recorded the entire play, sound effects, musical cues, and everything. And then on the night of the house plays, we basically pressed play, lip synced the entire play. I don't think we won the house play competition. I think we got an honorable mention, but in my memory, that's what led to us winning the Langmuir Cup.
That's a great memory, Sean. But you did mention something else in there, which is also a great memory, is the POC's table. So you guys should know, back in the day, we handled cash, and the assistant head of house had this job of once a week giving out POCs, and you would find out how much your parents loved you by how much money they would give you every week. And you just had to shout through the house, and the shouts would ring loud and clear. POCs! POCs! It was good fun. Anyway, guys, listen, we hope that you guys are keeping well, and we hope that you stay safe and stay healthy. Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care.